Hey, Larry Mednick coming to you from Florida. Very hot here in July, and we're getting ready for Oshkosh. In fact, you can come see this Revolt at Oshkosh, but we're going to do one thing to it before we pack it up, and that is we're going to be operating out of the Fun Fly Zone at Oshkosh, so we're going to be grass only. And so we're going to switch to our Tundra tires. This is a 22-inch tire. Now, these tires here, this is a 21-inch tire, and these are great for concrete, asphalt. They do very well in grass, but the 22-inch Aero Classics, this is a Tundra style tire, very, very soft. As I say, you can have very uneven ground. It feels like a perfectly paved runway made out of gummy bears. And so a lot of our customers say, well, I'd really like to have both, because these perform very poorly on hard surfaces. They're very grabby at touchdown when you try to land with them on anything that's not slick like grass or dirt or sand. And so it's like, well, how do you change them, and what's involved to swap out the tires? So this is going to be our REVOLT Pitstop edition. I'm going to show you how to change these tires, no tools, and well under 5 minutes. So here we go. The first thing we've done here is this normally has a cotter pin. We've gone ahead and changed out to these clips here, and that just allows us, and you see the nut is hand tight, that just allows us not to have to mess with the cotter pin. And now we're going to bring this jack. And one of the special features of the Revolt is that these axle carriers are flat on the bottom, which makes them a jack point. And so we just bring our jack up, and just like that, you don't have any wheel pants to worry about, and that's plenty high. Go ahead and take the nut off. Slide your wheel off just like that. Make sure you don't lose your spacer. Now, the only trick with putting on these new tires is these are drive lugs, and those need to be put directly into the disc. I'm going to put it on wrong to start, and that would look like this, where the wheel can actually turn but the disc isn't. I'm going to attempt to line it up, and now you see I've captured the rotor. The rotor's spinning with the wheel. Everything's as it should be. Now, you may have noticed when we took this wheel off, we had 3 washers. And now we're putting this wheel back on. It only requires 1 washer. So you can run 4 different wheels on the Revo. There's several different ones. I won't get into all that, but they all work with 1, 2, or 3 washers. So that's the versatility. And now we're going to just use our castle nut. Go ahead and spin this on. And when you tighten this up, you want to kind of tighten it snug by finger and then back it off right there. Feels about good to me. And we're going to put this little cotter pin in, just like that. Drop the Revolt to the ground, and you can see this swelling in the tire here. And that's normal. These are very soft tires, and this is where the magic happens. That contact patch is about that large, and that's going to absorb pretty much any bumps that you go over within reason. So these you can run anywhere from 6 psi all the way up to around 12 psi. So I like them right at 10. That seems to be a sweet spot. These tires here, we run them at about 20. 20 seems to be, has a little bit of give, but it's firm enough to work well on the asphalt. So you got a jack point as the axle carrier back there. This bar underneath here is also a jack point. Now if you look, we have a rubber pad on our jack stand. You could also throw a rag over this or towel or something like that. But you're gonna come right underneath. And we're going to go ahead and jack this up. And then if you come around to the front, you'll see that we've got 2 speed pins. Now normally this is a 3/16 AN bolt. And we'll just go ahead and take that out. Take that out. And then with a little bit of wiggling, we get these guys out. And out. And now this assembly stays together. We don't take this wheel off the axle. That just stores just like that. And you can see it has our front suspension. And we use that with the harder tire. But with the softer tires, they get no suspension. And we will literally have more suspension travel in this tire than that entire front suspension. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this up into position. Go ahead and put our speed pin in. Start this side. like so. Get our other guy in. Go ahead and drop it. And I won't bore you with the third tire. It's the same back tire again. But there's 2 tires in just a couple of minutes. So under 5 minutes, you do a complete tire change, tire swap. And you can go back and forth, get the best of all worlds based on the terrain that you're going for. Thanks for joining us.